It is time to choose greatness every single day. Why? Because you have become greatness. You have embodied greatness. And your past self, okay, the person that you were before you started all of this journey, the person that was jaded, the person that went through rejection, that went through losing things, not feeling like they ever could finish what they started, that person is fighting for their life to stay in your life, to stay part of you. And of course, that will always be part of you. It will always be part of your story, and it's just something that you need to learn to love and not hate about yourself. But it's time to let go. You aren't that person anymore. So you need to stop letting that person convince you, try to convince you that you're still who you always were, okay? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. At this point, you have seen enough proof to know that you are who you've always wanted to be. You have stepped into the version of yourself that is capable of becoming the highest self that you've always wanted to be. You are that person now. When you started this journey, you first had to start taking on traits of that which you wanted to become. Okay? You started maybe going in the same rooms as, the type of person that you wanted to be. You were reading, you were picking up new habits, and you were trying to figure out how to be great. How to be great. Now, the scales have shifted, and you aren't this person more than you are this person anymore. You are not the person that you once were more than you are the version of yourself that is your greatest and highest self. And how amazing is that, by the way? That alone is such an achievement and so exciting. But what you need to realize is that the scales have shifted, okay? You are now your highest self. And once we've shifted into that realm, it is all about letting go of what no longer aligns with the frequency that you have aligned yourself with, the frequency that you have actually taken yourself to. There are things that you do out of habit, or things that you do out of comfort or out of doubt, that when you do them now, they actually make a big difference. They are the steps back in your journey now, okay? For an example of this, the other day I had a runway of it, I'm doing a model competition, right? And I had a runway challenge. And I usually would wake up, do my makeup, and really work on my hair, make sure that I'm taking full advantage of this opportunity. But I got back into old habits, right? And I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I can just do my makeup in the car. I'd rather do this. I'd rather do this. I'm going to rest. I'm going to lay here because there's a lot of stressful stuff going on, and I'm just going to rest. And I don't need to worry too much. I'm great at runway. Da 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 da. Ego. All ego speaking, right? I go to the runway and I'm just so uncomfortable the whole time because I can feel the lack of preparedness that I have. I can feel that I'm not at the top of my game, and I don't take super great pictures. I don't do the greatest runway walk. And I go home being so scared that I'm going to lose this opportunity that I gained for myself just because of one day of me falling back into old habits. And I'm not taking that as something to be scared of anymore. I'm taking it as something that is a lesson. It is a lesson. I believe that I'll get another chance in this show because I've done a lot of great things throughout the week and up to it. So I think I will still have a chance to have a second chance, right? So I just have to believe that things are going to go well with that. But what I truly do believe is that it was a wake-up call. Something that was physical and real in my life that allowed me to see that if I want to be great, I need to choose greatness every single day. God can only meet you halfway on these things. The universe can only meet you halfway. You have to do this with the universe. It is divine co-creation. It is not just something that is dropped into your life. It is something that happens because you choose that you want it to happen. And the actions that you take to make it happen are the proof of that. Okay? When I do show up, and I did my best, I have my nails prepared. We're going to go back to the runway show because it's a really great example. I have my nails done great. Like I had literally just a week before I had another runway show. That day, I came so prepared. I came with like my face makeup like totally prepped. Like I was just so ready to go. Okay, I washed my hair, like I made sure the night before that my bags were packed, everything. I show up, what happens? I get exactly the dress that I want. I have like a wonderful look. My walk goes incredibly. Everything just lines up in a way that's so perfect. The runway the other day, I got there, couldn't figure out my hair. Okay, it was driving me nuts. The pictures were not coming out well. The photographers weren't even really wanting to take pictures of me because honestly, my energy, I wasn't wanting pictures taken of me. So of course, they are feeling that, right? I was the last to get my wardrobe done, so I wasn't wearing something that was like as extravagant or stand out as the other contestants. And just nothing was lining up. My shoes were not working with the ground that we had there. Nothing was working. Why? Because if you don't show up, the universe is not going to show up for you. It's not. It's going to make sure that, of course, that you are protected and taken care of, but it can only act on what you act on first. When you come with respect and reverence for what it is that you desire. And I realized through this that greatness is a choice that we make every single day. People that are great choose to be great every single day. And yes, people have off days, people make mistakes. We're all human. And it's not something to beat yourself up about, but it's something to realize that you owe yourself the best version of yourself because you are capable of being everything that you have ever dreamed of. And I really believe that so strongly. I believe that anybody who has a dream in their heart that's always existed there for them, that fire in their soul that they know is meant for them, that is not in vain. It is something that is truly meant for you. And when I say this, people sometimes get confused and they think, okay, well, not everybody can be famous and have all this money and have a model wife and all these different. It's not about what society views as the dream. Okay? That's what you need to get in your head. It's not about that. It's about the fire that you have inside of you that only exists for you. That belongs to you. And there was actually a study that just came out the other day talking about how scientists are starting to believe that consciousness and intuition, let's actually start with that intuition is actually potentially on science. We've been saying this for a long time as the mystics and spiritual world, but that we are literally accessing the future with our intuition, future memories, okay? Memories of things that have not yet happened. But it all has happened, right? Because everything has already happened. I mean, you look at the dimensional theory and with time and everything, everything that could have happened already has happened, and it's happened in any possible scenario that could exist, right? So what you are thinking about exists for you. And newsflash, you've done some amazing stuff because you used to be this version of yourself that, wasn't at your potential. That didn't even know how to reach your potential, but here you are, you know how to reach your potential, and you owe that person that worked so hard to become the person that you are today, you owe that person the achievements that you always desired, that person desired, that that person fought for and wanted every single day, to the point that they transformed into a new person for you. They transformed into a more authentic version of you for you. You did that for yourself because you knew you deserved better. You knew you deserved that dream that existed in your mind. Okay? You owe that person your success, and your success is only going to come by choosing greatness every day. And you know how to be greatness now, okay? This is what separates the people that are great and the people that don't reach their potential. I think it's that battle between what once was and what is, and waking up and making every single action that you take a vote towards your success. Again, mistakes will happen. It's part of the journey, but there's a difference between mistakes that are made when you're doing your best, when you're really doing your best and you know you are. Those mistakes truly do impact you in a different way than the mistakes that are made when you are not doing your best, when you know you're not showing up the way that you could, okay? Those mistakes can last forever. They can set you back years, right? Because it really seems as though that the universe really dislikes when you sit back and let life happen, when you know that you have a part to play in it, you know you have a job, you have a role in your own life, in your own becoming, and you still sit back and just let life play out without trying to achieve that. I definitely feel like the universe, God, does not like to see that, does not like to see that waste of potential. That's where sloth comes into play when it comes to the 7 deadly sins, at least I believe. It's not that you're lazy, but it's that you're choosing these actions that don't align with the frequency that you've already become, okay? And nothing can help you with that except for you. But something great about it is that I still believe that that energy will come to you in divine timing, whether that's a day where just everything snaps and you decide like this has to happen, or it's a runway show that teaches you that you have to take full advantage of every opportunity and not just give up before you lose because you don't want the pain of losing without it being your choice. You'd rather give up before that than have the pain of that failure. It's time to stop that, okay? It's time to show up and realize that the opportunities that you have in your life and that are coming into your life are yours. And you deserve to have every single one of them. And if you put everything you have into that opportunity, I truly believe you will achieve it. Because God will meet you halfway. All you have to do is the first half, which is trying your best and showing up with intention every single day. I'm going to read one little random page out of this, and we'll see if it has any alignment. And then I'm going to call it a video, and we'll just keep on continuing with this theme and see how the days are going. I'm getting a lot more energy. Okay, I'm getting back into the game, and I myself am trying to choose greatness every single day because I know what it is that I can be, what I can do, but I just have to make choices that go towards that. Again, votes towards who it is that I want to be and what it is that I want to become. Okay, let's do a random page. Maktub. This is a companion book for the alchemist. The master says, we should look after our body because it is the temple of the Holy Spirit and deserves our respect and our love. We should make the most of our time because we must fight for our dreams and focus all our efforts on that fight. However, it's also important to remember that life is made up of small pleasures. They were put there to provide a stimulus, to help us in our search, to give us a few moments of respite as we fight our daily battles. It isn't a sin to be happy. There's nothing wrong, now and again, with breaking certain rules regarding diet, sleep, and happiness. Don't blame yourself if now and then you waste time on some silly nonsense. These are the small pleasures that provide us with the larger stimuli we need to carry on. Whoa, that's beautiful, because that's a reminder that I definitely need to share with you guys. I was struggling while I was making this, thinking about the fact, like, yes, we still need days to, like, rest, right? Choosing greatness, okay, is choosing it in every way. Is choosing it in the time that you intentionally choose to allow yourself to be silly, allow yourself to rest. Those parts are equally important as the grind is every single day. When I say greatness, it doesn't necessarily have to mean like you have to wake up every morning at the exact same time and you have to like treat it like a drill sergeant, okay? It's not that. But what it is being the greatest version of yourself that you know you can be. It's not about additional pressure on yourself. It's not about like, again, do or die, we are protected, but it's about becoming that version of yourself that you know you are capable of becoming. Look around and see that the beauty that already exists in your life is abundant. There is so much beauty and greatness in the life that you have now. This is not about not having any gratitude for the life that you're currently living. This is about making the most of your time, because we must fight for our dreams and focus all of our efforts on that fight. But remember that becoming that highest and greatest version of yourself includes taking care of yourself, okay? Take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your spirit, wake up every day, and be the person that you know you are. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.